up, you guys? This is Rob from the Gay Guy Plays, and today on the yet-to-be-named Riven Reroll series, we're going to be taking a look at a beautiful unicorn. Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Rob from the Gay Guy Plays, and today on the yet-to-be-named Riven Reroll series, we are back at it, trying to get a unicorn for the Piranha Prime. Now, don't get me wrong, what we've got already isn't actually half bad. It is multi-shot, 108%, and a 2.6 meter punch through, as well as a little bit of heat. Now, for me, that's all well and good. I really do like the multi-shot in there. The heat doesn't really do too much for me, but the punch through is definitely nice. However, what I am looking for is more critical chance, more critical multiplier, and maybe some status chance to boot. Like, I would be okay with critical chance base damage. That would be good. And maybe a little splash of status chance. We'll have to see. We'll have to see, but at its core, as you can see here, it's got a 24% critical chance and a 2.2 times critical multiplier. So that's really what we should be aiming for. The status chance, while it would be nice to be able to push it even further, if we're going to be realistic about it, 12 is a low starting point to be at, so it's probably not going to be the greatest. So I wanted to go ahead and bring this in here real quick to kind of give you guys a little bit of a heads up of exactly how this is going to look. Because, you know, we want to give, like, a starting point, right? We want to give a nice little starting point so you guys know where we came from originally. And, you know, this isn't actually terribly bad. It's a little bit better if, you know, maybe he doesn't turn the hell around and kneel down while I'm trying to get headshots off on him. But that took about 4 clips. However, you know, he did get that one shot. Let's do that one more time, just to get an average, because, you know, we can't take, like, a snapshot of just a single time and pretend that that's it every single time. I do have to apologize if I'm a little bit out of it today, too. As many of you guys who watched yesterday's video would probably know, I am still a bit under the weather. Yes, having a little bit of throat and chest problems. That's 3 clips. So it takes about 3 clips to go ahead and take one of those down. Again, we know that the Piranha Prime isn't necessarily 100% made for taking down single targets. It's mainly about clearing enemies out and then having that dual pistol cool passive effect where you should be able to whittle down them down a little bit faster. Regardless, let's go ahead and jump into the rerolls. Alright, so as you guys can see here, we're starting off with 200,000, well, 233,000 Kuva. We've built up a bit of a store because, you know, I was preparing to see exactly what was going to release with Limbo Prime, and I wanted to make sure that I had the right, I guess you would say, statistics on the weapons that I want. I do have a Distressor Riven that I am actually very, very fond of, but maybe we can find something a little bit better. Regardless, this is where we're starting from today. So, multi-shot, punch through, and heat. It's gonna take a good bit to beat this one. We're really looking for a unicorn in order to surpass the beauty of this stallion. And that zoom, that's a lot of damage, but there's negative critical chance out the asshole, so we're gonna pass on that. 300 base damage, that's crazy though. 237 damage, I mean, that is technically better than the multi-shot, right? But I don't know about the 84.4% heat. I feel like, you know what, if it was damage in something else, maybe that would have been arguable, but the multi-shot plus the heat plus the punch through is big on these kind of weapons. So you've got heat, status, duration, and toxin. Nope, not quite. We're actually getting pretty decent Rivens. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I know that, like, when I roll some Rivens, it's like gutter trash, gutter trash, gutter trash, gutter trash, gutter trash. It's just like all the bad ones in a row. I'm like, who even wants this? But we've got a lot of rolling today, so we should be okay. Negative weapon recoil, 143% multi-shot. Oh, the weapon recoil is really nice, though. But I don't think it's going to make up for the damage output that's currently on this one. Let's take a look. Because, I mean, it's got base heat and punch through. Heat and fire rate? No. See, so far, we haven't gotten any, like, fuckeries. We got a little bit of that zoom, but we didn't get any, like, projectile flight speed. We didn't get, like, I don't know, just the things that make my heart hurt. So I'm wondering, and I know this is probably not, see, this is one of the bad ones. This is one of the ones where we're like, oh, is this really one? So maybe our luck is changing. Maybe now that I've pointed it out, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Isn't that the way that life works, though? As soon as everything goes well, you're like, oh, this is amazing. Wait. Critical damage, multi-shot. Ooh. Ooh, I mean, it's not, it's, you know, I'm gonna take this one. For now, I'm still not satisfied. I would rather critical, like, maybe even higher critical damage and just no damage to Corpus. I don't really feel like as good as the Bane mods are, like, I feel like they're too specific for a Riven. A Riven should be able to kind of, like, overall affect things, right? But we did walk away with something, at least I feel is a little bit better because of the 2.2 critical multiplier. Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. But regardless, I'm happy with that so far. I would have been happier if it was like, instead of damage to Corpus, it was like critical chance. So we got critical chance, critical damage, and then multi-shot would make me happy. Oh, and we've got a negative critical chance. Not even a negative, it's like negative 140%. So it's like, you're in the hole for your happiness. I'm like, no, why do you do this to me? But let's see if I'm hoping to walk away with something even better than all of this. Even though, you know, damage to Corpus, you know, critical damage and multi-shot is not necessarily a bad thing. It's actually pretty good. But legitimately, I want more. I want more. I mean, we're here. We've got like 200. Well, now we've got 191,000 Kuva. Hopefully we'll be able to pull something out. Status chance, critical chance, magazine capacity. Okay, let's be real about this. The critical chance, the base critical chance of the weapon is 24. We're at like 60 something right now. I need my brain. We're at like 60 something right now, plus 24 would bring it up to like 80 something. Would that be like, the status chance is nice too. Oh, I still feel like the critical damage and multi-shot is more damaging though. The status chance is better though. Ooh, you guys, okay. Let's see, I mean, I could push it to 100% critical chance. But there's no critical damage. There's a status chance. I think we're gonna stick to the multi-shot. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Oh, I feel like I'm making a mistake. We're just gonna do that for now. Listen, I would have still pushed it. I would have still gone a little bit harder if we could get critical chance. Like, we're looking for the unicorn. What is this? 200% critical chance, but negative 50% critical damage? No! And I know that negatives are supposed to be good because they pump up other stats, but really I don't give a fuck about that. I just want positivity. Listen, I feel sick. I want goodness and happiness in my life. I don't want any negatives, alright? Oh my god. See, I'm just feeling like now it's going downhill. As much as I've asked for, like, the universe is like, you've snubbed your nose up at any kind. I don't want that damage. Even though it is like 300% damage and heat, even though it's a lot of damage, I want supplemental stats over base damage. And I know some people are gonna roll their eyes. The universe is like, oh, so you've snubbed your nose up at all of this other stuff. Heat and fire rate, why is it consistently? Why are they consistently trying to give me, what do you call this? Why are they trying to consistently give me heat damage? I don't necessarily want heat damage. I just want a clean Riven. See, again, with the heat damage. How does this even work? How does that even work? We've got negative damage, but we've got positive heat. Is that a thing? Has anybody ever tried to roll one of those Rivens and just seen exactly what happens? Like, we got more heat damage, but we've got no base damage whatsoever to work off of. Is that a thing that works? What if you could just make it a pure heat weapon? I don't think that's how it works, though. Because it has to be based off of the base damage of the weapon itself. Oh, my God. Now we're getting into the shite. You're like, listen, you asked for so much. Now you get absolutely nothing at all. You're getting nothing at all. We've got status chance. We've got heat. We've got electricity, but we've got plus weapon recoil. I don't want either of those. They keep giving me heat. Maybe it's because it's like 90-something degrees out here right now. And I'm like in my apartment and I'm like, we're just going to keep it nice and cold. See, critical damage and electricity, that's not fucking... Well, I've already got critical damage and multi-shot, so we're going to say no to that. Still sad, though. Can we just get a clean multi-shot critical damage and critical chance or something? Maybe I'm asking for too much. Let me know in the comments. Do you think I'm asking for too much? Do you think I'm asking too much to have like well, it's a unicorn series. It's gotta be like the best of the best. That's kind of nice too. That's kind of nice, but if I didn't think that we could get better, I would continue to roll. How far down are we? I think we burned 100 and what have we burned so far? No, I don't want that. I was like hovering and I was like, what am I doing? 142. So we've burnt over 150k so far to try to get something. Multi-shot, weapon recoil, heat. What is it with the heats? I don't know. Maybe they're trying to tell me that when I head to TennoCon this year, it's gonna be too fucking hot and I'm gonna end up dying on the streets somewhere, because legitimately okay. Oh my god, why is it critical damage and status duration? If it was critical damage and status chance, I would have said yes in a freaking heartbeat. But this one's still gonna beat it up. It's just status duration. Especially when I'm running corrosive on it. It's like, this is really not anything. Multi-shot and zoom? How dare you curse me? How dare you insult me like that? Oh my god, we have burned through so much Kuva, I swear to god. Multi-shot, critical chance. I think I will take this. I think I will take this. I think I will take this, and I will not complain. Will not complain. Let's go test it out. Well, let me confirm it first before I do something fucking stupid. Before some fuckery happens and I accidentally hit the wrong button. Yes, okay, let's give this a shot. I like to punch through. Well, I can't write multi-shot with shot. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at how this all performs. Alright, now I do believe the original Riven that we had also had multi-shot and also had punch through. But the only difference was it had heat damage, and this one got a boost in its critical chance. So as you can see, we're at 102% critical chance, yes! Then everything is pretty much the same. There's no fire. There's no, what is it called, fire element in here, which does kind of hurt the damage just a little bit. But the one thing that I do want to point out is, because of the fact that it's still got a decent status chance to it, the fire was really just there eating into the different spreads that we had. So it's one less element that can proc, which means we have more of a chance to proc corrosive, which is better, because that way we get to wear away at the enemy armor a little bit quicker. So let's see how this all points out. Don't be worse than the first. 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 I feel like we're at about the same as the first. I feel like we spent maybe like 100,000 Kuva just to do the same thing. It's about like, that's how it feels, right? It's pretty much feeling like the same thing. I'm not crazy, right? Like, this feels like we're in kind of the same place as the original one. I think the other one was more consistently, you saw like the first round that we did nearly took four clips. This one is consistently 3 clips. I like it better. Is this really a zero sum? What do you guys think? Leave that in the comments below. Should I have taken a different one? I'm almost thinking the multi-shot critical damage one was better, but I mean, look, it's just all yellow, and then sometimes we get what is it called? The little oranges. You got a little 2% chance to get the oranges. I'm happy with it. I'm happier with it more than the one with the fire, and it's because of the fact that it's so fucking hot here. Another thing that I do want to point out too, and maybe you can't see it here, maybe I need to take it to the ship, but they did increase the what's it called, shiny, shimmery, splendid part of the chest sigils a little bit. Now here you can't see it as much, but you definitely will see it a little bit more on the ship if you kind of like take a look at it. Actually, let's go take a look at that real fast. They also released like the Tau Sun collection. I didn't know if you guys really wanted me to cover that. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not my favorite. So I was like, I'm feeling sick. They released a collection that I don't really want to cover. But as you can see right here, it does look a lot more shiny, shimmery, splendid than it did originally. And I did kind of like bump up its color just a little bit more because I did feel like, let's see, I did feel like it was a little too deep in there. But let's take a look. I think that's a thing. I think it's much better than the original. I actually bumped it up just a little bit more just so it's a little bit lighter because it looks a little bit dark here, but I feel like that's a nice step forward. And they said that they were actually going to go ahead and touch on the other Prime sigils as well, which I'm happy because I really, really like the Valorium sigil. And I would love to see that, this one right here. I would love to see that all pretty. And as you can see, it's fairly matte. It doesn't look very, very shiny at all. And then the other sigil that they released, where are you? What just, again, very, very matte. Secuta Prime. I think that that could be cute on the right Warframes. But the Riftwalker sigil, you know, it's looking good. It's looking quite good. And it's fooling us into thinking that it's three-dimensional. Is it three-dimensional? No, it's not three-dimensional, but it's fooling us. It's fooling us. Regardless, that about does it for me for now. Leave your feelings down in the comments below. And before we get into this, let's take a look at my Distressor Riven. And just let me know. Leave it be. Attack speed, melee damage. Right? I mean, it's better than Fury Prime. So I'm kind of thinking we're gonna leave that be. But if there are any other weapons that you think that I should re-roll on, let me know in the comments below. And as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!